Hello, it's Felicity here from Zenitha Tarot, the place for emotional healing and gain wisdom from tarot to navigate your life. This is June tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. For personal reading, please click the link in the description box below. This is general reading for the sign of Capricorn in June. So let's look at how things are going for you in June. And this is the card that describes the general energy at play for you. Looking at the whole spread, and I feel like this month, the planets, universe, your soul, all help you to see your ego and to work hard on knowing what the ego does, and not to let the ego control your soul or control your consciousness. It feels like there's a getting rid of some kind of habits, some kind of thought patterns, and also it's about letting go of possession, letting go of possessiveness, letting go of obsession. So remember the keyword, letting go of obsession, possession, and possessiveness. And the planets is really ask you to take time, to be patient, to cut yourself away from the toxic patterns or the toxic habits. So, think about what you need to let go of. Sometimes the ego always want to have things, have some kind of perception that we feel good about. We always want to have some kind of maybe a relationship, maybe a certain career, maybe certain enjoyment in life. It's okay to have those, but then if those kind of things or situation brings you some kind of suffering, or you obsess about it, when you chasing after it, always chasing after the things that make you happy, for example the relationship, certain career, certain lifestyle, if you keep chasing those things and you know that your soul is not needing those things in order to feel peaceful, your soul just needs some kind of connection to the love source, alright? So even though you get all those things, okay, you have the perfect relationship, perfect job, perfect lifestyle, with a stable income, do you really think that you will feel peaceful when you have all the things that coming to you at once? No. If you have interacted with those people who seem to have a perfect life, you will know that they still have certain things that they feel not fulfilled, alright? So why do you think that all the people who seem to have it all still have some certain things that they feel that they need to do, or they still have this kind of restless chasing after the fulfillment in their life? Why? It's because their soul, even though on the surface, even though they seem to have it all, their soul is not satisfied. Their soul is asking for something that is beyond the physical realm, that is beyond the things that belong to these planets, alright? So when you feel that you are not fulfilled, even though you have all the things that you have in your life, that is the signal that your soul, your higher self, the higher power is sending you to make a connection to the love source, alright? And also it's about letting go of the sense of security as well. Yes, it's okay to ask for the things that keep us happy, to keep going, to keep sending to us. If you have the job, you always expect the job can give you fulfillment. If you have perfect relationship, you always want to keep it perfect, alright? So let go of the idea of the certainty in your life. Let go of the sense of security, because life is not always secured. But then when there's uncertainty in front of us, if you make a connection with the love source, they will always send you guidance and advice that help you cope with your difficulties, alright? So let go of some kind of obsessive behavior. What are the things that you are chasing after? What are the things that you are obsessed about? Let go of that. And also about possession. Let go of possession. Let go of possessiveness. All right. And when it comes to the area of career, you will set some goals. You listen to your intuition, and it's a time to practice your skills, and it's time to bring focus on the projects. And so you may have a lot of goals, so set priority. It's about perfecting the skills, perfecting the knowledge, your talents, perfecting your talents, and it takes practice. And also you need to practice. There's some kind of communication going on, and it's about bringing focus to the project, bringing focus to your goals. And so maybe you need to take a lot of time to prepare something, but then when it comes to taking action, you need to take swift action, alright? And so listen to intuition and the guidance from above, and also working on your ego as well. I feel that this month you will be asked to focus on working and recognize the ego's talk. You will recognize how to deal with the ego. And by breaking the ego, that is the first step of communicating with the love source. It doesn't mean that you need to get rid of the ego. It just means that you recognize the ego talks. And when you recognize that, you recognize the voice from the ego, and you recognize the voice from the soul, and it's really quick to establish the true communication with the soul and with the higher power, alright? So do your work. It's very important to do your work, and it's also about staying true to your own path and being transparent, being honest with your soul's guidance and with your soul's plans. And when it comes to how you connect with others on the emotional level in a public setting, and you may gain some kind of wisdom with time by interacting with others. You will gain some kind of wisdom from others. And also it feels like in some situation you need to cut tie with others. Maybe you have been hanging out with a group of friends, and they are enabling your thought forms, your certain behavior patterns, your certain emotional patterns. They are enabling your habits that no longer serve you. So the planets, the wise person, the wise higher being is asking you to cut tie with them. Yes, maybe at first you worry about whether you find some kind of friends. You worry about whether you find other group of friends to hang out with. But then, no worry, because once you cut tie with the people that no longer serve you, and enabling your habits, your thought forms, emotional patterns that no longer serve you, and once you get out of that group, you are able to help yourself to get into another group. It's all about vibration. What is in your energetic field will help you attract the energetic field of others that's similar, that match with your energetic field. All right, so first you clear your own energetic field by cutting ties with some relationships that no longer serve you, and or maybe the social groups. All right, you may need to cut ties with social groups, and take your time. It may not happen at once, but then take your time. It's time, because the planets are helping you, and the planets are helping you to become mature, to become a responsible person, to become patient as well. Patience is the key here. And this teacher, I feel that is Saturn. The teacher Saturn is helping you to cut tie with certain people, certain situation, and let go of all those that no longer serve you. And you learn to be patient, you learn the lessons, and then you clear out a lot of karma, or you learn your spiritual lesson. It's really a good time, because say thank you. You should be grateful that Saturn is helping you, all right? Even though there's a situation that is very challenging, but then when you arrive at a certain place and you look back at the difficult situation, you will feel grateful. When you get the hindsight, and you will feel grateful. I'm sure of that, all right? So take your time, be patient, see what kind of habits, thought patterns, behavioral patterns, emotional patterns, people that you need to let go of, all right? So it's time, really. And when it comes to how you connect with others emotionally in a private setting, finally in this month you are able to let go of the veil. Maybe you build up a wall, maybe you have a veil that you do not want the people who are close to you to see. And then finally this month you are able to be vulnerable, to be true to yourself, and you are not afraid of showing the people who are close to you, showing them who you are. You really show them your true self this month. And it takes a lot of work for you to take out layers upon layers of the protection, the ego that is protecting you, building up a lot of block that is blocking you to have a real connection with others, all right? So it's a good month that you finally become vulnerable, become transparent when it comes to building a connection with the people who are close to you, all right? And you keep that up. You keep you keep working with your ego. You keep doing the work to have a real connection with others, and it's all your effort. So say thank you to yourself and be grateful for yourself, and also praise yourself because you have made a lot of effort to really show others who you are. And it's also about working with the ego again, and you realize, you understand how the ego works, and you try to take over. You no longer let the ego control you, and you try to recognize the ego and handle the ego well. And you have a lot of strength, of course, because the sun energizes you, and the moon is helping you to tap into your intuition, to tap into your soul's whisperer. And so you're able to combine the energy of the sun taking action and combine the energy of the moon as well to make a perfect balance in your life. And so it's about balancing this month as well. And so you balance both the masculine energy and feminine energy. You take action to handle the ego. You take action to peel off all the unhealthy thought forms, emotional patterns, behavior patterns. And then the moon, the feminine energy, help you to create a new path in your life. So yes, I see that there's some kind of transformation, a lot of learning to do this month. I hope you enjoyed this reading. See you next month. Bye.